Java 1 updates. Here comes the reason why I brought this T-shirt I have to wear, because this is the founder of Java actually.
James Gosling.
Exactly. And he designs each year 100 pieces of shirts. And if you get one, you are the hero of the Java 1. So I'm one of those 100 that caught one of those shirts.
They were stage throwing in the T-shirts, and he really managed to grab one. So I was deeply impressed.
Thank you, Thomas. So now for the technical stuff.
Okay. Did we talk about the agenda a little bit?
No, I will switch back. Let's see if that works. Yes.
Okay, so Java 1, actually we wanted to look back in 2007. We had major upgrades in Java EE as well as Java SE in 2006. So 2007 was actually more a lookout on what's going to happen next year in the Java space. So we will talk about Java SE, what is planned for the next release, as well as for the web and for Java EE. Some updates on frameworks, portal updates, that's from you. As usual, Ajax was a big topic at Java 1, so we will show you a little bit what we have seen in this part. And application server spotlight, some news on Glassfish, the open source application server from Sun. Okay, should we have a look at your agenda, or?
As I said, I'm just presenting maybe non-technical topics first, and then I will present BA's positioning nowadays, because they have a huge stack of products, so I will make a wrap-up on that. And then, important for us, Cambridge, what will happen with WebLogic Portal, as we are using that product heavily at Novartis, and as well as the WebLogic server, which is coming out this month. I think that's all.
I told you nobody sees it. Okay, Java SE 7. So there are quite a couple of things planned for next release. I picked on two news, which are language extensions as well. So one which is quite talked about is closures. Closures are a construct you see quite often in scripting languages like, for example, Ruby or Ruby. It's basically a function literal that you can pass around. So if you have ever programmed Swing, there are a lot of these action listeners, whatever, where you need to create an anonymous class, which is quite a nasty hack, and closures would allow to solve that much more elegantly, as well as some use cases in, let's say, concurrency or resource management, in the sense of if you work with streams, you remember you have to open them, you have to close them, you should not forget to close them, otherwise there are some leaky resources. Closures would allow that to do much more elegant. So here below, can you read it? Hopefully. I put a code sample. Regarding code, there are first prototypes available. I named this one Gafter approach because there are basically two guys from Google. One is Neil Gafter and the other one is Joshua Bloch. They were both former Java Sun architects. They both had some ideas about how this could look like with closures. Unfortunately, you can only have one person per company in the JCP, so Mr. Gafter seems to have one now. So the approach you see here, I put a sample where you can parse integers from a list of strings. So an example API would be this collections map, which maps from one type to another. You can simply pass in your objects, as well as this code block here, which is a closure, which simply takes in a string, p-codes it into an integer and returns it. So this would allow very powerful APIs, which could reduce your code quite a lot.
maybe the famous example, we have many try-catch finally scenarios in the code.
Exactly, yes.
And in the catch statement, you always program the same nasty code, and you can, with the help of closures, put that on a single place in your whole code project. Right?
Exactly, yeah. So you would have an API which tells you all the stream opening, closing, whatever, and you pass in just the code block which is going to be executed between those try-catch finally. Something else which is probably coming into Java XC7 are modules. There are two JSRs involved in that. One is about super packages, and the other one about modules in general, in the sense of dependency resolving. I put here directly some sample code, how it might look like. So you will have a super package. You declare all the member packages of the super packages, and also which ones to export. So this is then what any user of this module can see. So with that you can prevent that, for example, anyone codes against some internal API which you're pretty sure is going to change in the next version, and then would mess up the whole thing on the user side. As well as resources you have, any JPEGs, whatever, you can declare here. A version, which is then important for other clients. They can say, I need a special version of this module, which you're going to see in the right corner. There's an example for a module which declares dependencies on two other modules, here with another special version. Those modules have common dependency on module D, and that's how dependency is going to resolve. Here this example just takes the highest version which is available. So you can also give ranges of version which your code depends on. Okay, moving on to EE, Java EE. We had a major release last year, which was including EJB 3.0. So now it's also 3.1 in planning. Main focus of 3.0 was ease of development. So whole programming should be much more easier, which was quite a success, I would say. 3.1 goes a step further. Currently, if you declare an EJB, you always have to declare a local interface to the EJB. This is going to fall away. As well, you're still forced to package the whole thing in a rather complicated way in a special jar file. So this is also going to be removed. So I put here an image, an EAR file or a Java application on Java EE 1.4. You were forced to have a WAR file, you were forced to have an EJB file, with all those XML descriptors, application XML, web XML, EJB XML, which were usually quite tedious to edit. Every single way, in the end, now an EE6 application is just, or can be just a WAR file. The example here just shows an EJB as well as a servlet. So we go from about 10 whatever files back to 2. So quite an improvement, I would say. Besides simplifications, there are also some extensions planned. I list a few of them here. Singleton EJB, you can think about what you do with application or in application scope in web applications. So you share some common state among EJBs. Timer service belongs also to the specification. If you have ever worked with this, you should remember that it's very nasty to create something like a cron job. Shut up.